Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 3 of my epic build. Now I am very pleased to say without vomit-inducing footage. That's right, I've found a way of recording without making you want to throw up. So without further ado or need to hurl, let us continue. Last time we left off, we built a port for our city. Don't worry, the kind of port will become apparent later on. But for now, I would like to use a small plot of land at the back that I left with some steps. I would like to build a watchtower, a homing beacon, that people can use to find the city and guards can use to look out to see incoming visitors or their impending doom. So, without further ado, let us commence building! And kick things off by quickly preparing the ground. Then I crack open the Minecraft circles diagram and mark out in pink wool the base of the tower that I'm going to build. Then I just swap everything over to stone blocks and start building up. I then add in a few stone towers, partly for decoration, partly to make it look like the tower's got some sort of structural integrity to it. Really not happy with the sheer flatness of the sides of the tower, so I added a couple of archways to maybe turn into windows at a later point. With the tower now starting to look literally just like a mass of stone, I start to carve into the sides to see if I can add some detail or something to soften the amount of stone that there is. At this point I decide I'm really not happy with the archways I put in. Not only that, but it really still looks like a lot of stone, even though I've opened it up and put the blue glass in. So I decide to introduce another material and add some like wooden struts into the actual tower. I do at this point start to try and work on the top of the tower, maybe giving it some crenellations or a roof, but then I feel I could really go back and add a little bit of detail to the actual tower itself, so I decide to go back and add in a little bit of ironwork, and I do disappear around the side and actually give the building an entrance, and some really solid foundations, making it look like the tower is really dug into the cliffside. I return back to the top of the tower and now start building it out a little bit more and adding in some pillars to hold the roof. I do decide to swap the pillars out for fence posts because I do feel that the pillars that I put in were far too imposing. I start work on the top of the tower, which unfortunately, because of my wonderful camera work, you can't see at this moment in time. But let me assure you, it's really not going how I want it to. As you make your way around the camera, you'll see that whatever it is I've built up there, I'm really not happy with and demolished quite quickly. At that point, I decide to go for a completely different style of roof. Almost a flat roof, as it were, with just a small rise on it. Deciding now that the tower needs some light, on the inside and the outside. On the inside I just cram a load of torches in just to give it a glow from the inside out. but I decided to hang a few bits of glowstone from the top of the tower whilst mounting a couple more pieces around the tower on the ironwork that I put on previously. Now, what better way to turn this tower into a beacon than adding a hulking great large fire at the top? What you don't want to do, however, is forget that the roof is actually made out of wood. Once I quickly got that under control, I swapped out the centre part of the actual ceiling for stone, added in some ironwork to close in the fire and make it that little bit safer, and hey presto, we have our beacon at the top of our tower. And here we have our finished tower, for guards to look out and welcome new visitors to our city, and for visitors to easily find us with the beacon burning bright. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye!